Howdy.
Hello.
Hi.
I see people saying good morning, but it's
Good.
afternoon here.
It feels like morning. I only woke up an hour and a half ago. Something like that. Up late. Can't sleep. I see we got a couple of new members before the show started. We have Debbie.
Yeah.
She became a
And
member like a while back. Yesterday, maybe.
I don't know.
And Misfits.
Yeah.
Reptiles and Aquatics. Welcome to membership. Enjoy the badge icon and the I think I've got
Sometimes free plants.
4 emojis that you can choose from right now. I got to make some more. I need some solid ideas.
Yeah.
I had some
Every
ideas
single
last time.
what the fish.
No, they only give you a certain number of emojis based on the number of members you have. And I think right now I can have a maximum of 12 if I recall
12.
correctly. And then every time you get more members, you can have a few more. So, yep. We'll let the chat participant list populate a little bit, and then I'll go through and say hellos to people.
Okay.
So, what are we going to talk about?
It says
Plants
plants.
on my mind. Plants always
And
on my mind.
I mean, we could talk about your favorite thing, which is how the K in KH stands for calcium, right?
Negative. It
Oh,
stands
it
for,
stands for potassium.
yeah, you would think so. It stands for carbonate, but with a K, because that's the German carbonate.
Yeah.
All right.
And so the G in GH stands for calcium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got it. All right. Participants. Who we got? 3G. Ian Atkins, Bex, Ben Backstrom.
Wait.
What?
Terry, I'm in a different room. I can't smack him. Steven, can you smack yourself for $10?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, sure. A lightly smacking. There we go.
Thank you, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
Okay, continue down the participant list.
Oh, no, I'm already distracted. Okay.
Start over.
Okay, 3G. Ian Atkins, Bex, Ben Backstrom, Daryl Dimer, or Deemer.
Timer.
Okay. Dee Dee's Finned In, Dixon Cider, John the Fisherman, Levi's Aquatics, Moist Matt, Maria Z, Jeremy, who just appeared out of alphabetical order, Eduardo, Melissa, Michael A, Merrick, Misfit Reptiles, Mystery Snail Guardians, Oink Meow, and Oinky. That's right, Oinky.
Oink
She's Oinky.
meow.
Oink Meow, Oink Meowster, Hamster Girl, Only Oscars, Peplin, Ray Aquatics, Rocco. Hope you're doing well today. S. Sandy Farrell, Scotty Aquati, Snoochie Booch, Richard, and me. And I didn't even chat. How does it know?
You didn't even say me.
I
Um,
didn't. You weren't even on the list. And Terry and TJ Autocross and Benotsky and Yellowstone. And I see more people showing up in
yep.
here.
Ames came in.
What's up,
Ed's
Ames?
Ed's Tanks for Therapy. Uh, Zen Ginger, who I guess is done with school for today.
Yay! It's Zinger and a meowing cat.
Yeah, can you hear her meow?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear her version of a meow, I guess?
That's what she thinks a meow is.
And Rico
Rico.
and Scott's Aquatics. Scott is trying to get to 500. He's one of the people.
Yep. So who all needs to get to that 500 mark. We got Scotty Aquati, Fishymon, Degenerate Fishkeeper,
Jason,
and
Skipper,
Skipper,
and
and
Rico Stan.
Rico. Yeah, get
Mhm.
Rico to 500. Poor Rico. If Rico would just make content, or like stream every once in a while. Is there anybody else? It's just 4, right?
Yeah, I think it's just 4. What is the tag of this cat? She doesn't have a tag on. She has no collar. But her
She's
name
an
is Phoebe.
you know, she is a permanently inside cat.
Yeah. Welcome, Michelle.
What are we making Steven eat today? I had lunch and now I'm having
Get some chicken.
the rest of my Gamer Sups powder until the additional Gamer Sups comes in.
Oh, did you say hi to Kyle?
Hey, Kyle. And there's a fish kid. And
There's 2 fish kids in here, but one of them is named Fish Kid because Levi is in here.
yeah, Levi. His name is Levi, and Fish Kid's name is just Fish Kid.
Oh,
Elon.
Annette said she would send some calcium chips. I think we could get a Mystery Snail Guardian kit and make Snello for you to
Oh,
eat.
so what is made? What is Snello made of? Is it safe?
Snail food. Snails
Like
eat
calcium
anything, right?
chips? What would calcium chips taste like? Just kind of like salty, metallic, bitter.
Milk. There's calcium in milk.
Yeah.
You would love that.
No, I'm pretty sure the calcium chips are going to taste so much worse. Very concentrated. And Dee Dee's got surprise baby albino bristlenose plecos. The Acaras are picking them off. Yep.
Oh.
Little baby plecos, very vulnerable. The dry part of Snello stinks. So maybe it's kind of like Rapashi. I don't like Rapashi. I don't like the smell of Rapashi. I haven't tasted it yet.
Ian said probably very chalky. Don't people put like Tums in for calcium?
Yeah, that's
Isn't that a
probably.
thing people do?
Well, I mean, back in the day, people did different stuff like put a rusty nail to, dose iron.
Yeah. No, we're just thinking of things to torture Steven because I'm going to just try to get better and better at the Stock My Tank game. I'm going to analyze what chat says and I'm going to research the people we interview. I'm
Chat
going to
did
put a lot of
not.
work.
Yep.
Chat still ultimately picked my tank.
Yeah, I kind of skewed it a little bit because I was dumb and I read Beck's preference out loud. But it was more divided than I thought. Like I wasn't even thinking that people were going to be critical of your 4 coolie loaches and instead would be like, why not 10 coolie loaches?
Yeah. Well, I was being conservative.
Yeah.
But
we
now I
all
know I don't have to be.
overstocked that tank.
Did you say hi to Fishymon and Petraman?
I don't see Fishymon, but hi, Petraman.
Oh, read what. Here's what's in Snello.
Mystery Snail Guardian Snello Premix. Ingredients: kelp meal, calcium carbonate, aka limestone. That's relevant to something. Wheat bran, ground insects. It just keeps getting better. Spirulina, beet powder, mulberry leaf powder, and acai powder. Well, that's just a smoothie right there.
Oh, Welcome, Shane.
Put a banana in there, and yeah, you got yourself a breakfast of champions. Hey, Shane. Monster Fish Gal, Lori.
Yeah.
I was with your tank all day. Which one? This one?
No, with
What?
your Epistogramma Viahita and Corey's.
Yeah, that, yeah. Yeah, all this, yeah. No, I won't even go there.
You want to say hello to Mike
Probably.
right there?
Oh, hey, Mike Oxlong. Welcome.
Welcome, Jenny Lynn.
Jenny Lynn.
Welcome,
Hey,
Skipper.
Skipper.
Skipper's one of those people who he needs way less people than Jason and Fishimon to get to 500.
Yeah. He's at 4 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's got his wife in the kitchen. Interesting relationship dynamic going on over there. I think you got to try a catfish wafer. Like the next punishment, you got to eat a catfish wafer, and I'll eat something different if I
No,
lose.
the punishments are equal. We can return to the catfish wafer, but
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
okay, so I'll just hold a catfish wafer to the side and you can increasingly get grosser and grosser, and I'll just still have the catfish wafer.
We didn't say anything about
That's,
increasingly get grosser and grosser. All right,
I just
Rocco,
said
take
it.
it easy. Take it easy, Rocco. Get some rest. Heal up. I can see Fishymon. I didn't see him at first, but then he appeared.
Oh, you would see him at wheel time.
I don't know. The wheel may be a little bit angry at Fishymon now. Fishymon has won 3 times. He won some axolotl socks. And then he won the big grand prize heater with Inkbird controller.
Yeah.
And then he won a shrimp
plushie. And do we know if he took the gift card or the Stephen P merch?
That's a good question. Were you foolish enough to take the Stephen P merch gift card? So, yeah, I shipped out a plushie to Fishymon, and for the members who requested plants, other than Michelle and Killer Kitty, I've got all those plants shipped out. Now, it's wintertime. It's U.S. Postal Service, and I wrap the plants and whatnot. I didn't use heat packs. I don't have a bunch of heat packs to be putting in free plant boxes, but I imagine if any of the plants are in bad shape, at least something will be usable and recoverable. And if you just get a box of frozen solid plants, let me know, and I will put you on the list, priority list for next time, because there will be more where those came from.
Hey, Matt, you know how you could get in contact with Fishymon? I bet you could get in contact with him through fishfam.link.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sure that it's the burden is on the winner to contact the gift giver. Just saying. And I wonder how Fishymon could contact Matt.
I don't know.
Fishfam dot crap. What is that? What's the domain?
Info.
Yeah. .com. Yeah, Matt, you remember the giveaway on Tuesday night for the stream with Bex? You donated a $25 gift card to either Co-op or to my
Or
one of my
merch.
merch stores, and Fishymon won, and he thinks that you're supposed to contact him. So that's what's going on there.
Welcome MNC Aquatics, and Kyle has a question for us.
Favorite fish? Man, that's really hard to say.
Does it
'Cause
have
there's,
to be a fish that we have?
I guess not.
Because I mean, my dream fish is that black ghost knife fish, but I do not have it. But I
Yeah.
will one day.
And then for me, another dream fish, I guess, is a shouted Lanai puffer. But I mean, maybe once I get it, I'll decide. Maybe it's not my favorite fish. Maybe it's a little bit too much work to keep the teeth ground down and all that kind of stuff. So, favorite fish that we currently have is going to have to be Melanitania picta.
I mean,
Rainbow fish.
I don't know. I really like the Adolphoi cories. They're really cute and very active, especially since there's no other fish in there. So they're just doing their cute cory behavior out in the open because it's kind of sparsely planted right now. But I mean, I really like the pearl gourami too, and the alien betta.
Yeah, he's all right. So what you're saying is you don't have a favorite fish?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't keep just one fish.
It is really hard to choose just one. Like, that's not my style. I don't do species only tanks for the most part, and I definitely couldn't pick one thing. I mean, hell, even this mosh pit behind me has platies and cories and shrimp, and there's a pleco in there. Yeah, I would not keep just guppies. I wouldn't keep just platies. I might keep just cories. Depends. But even then, it'd be nice to have some kind of top dweller or mid column dweller.
Yeah.
Greg says dwarf snakehead. Cool. Yeah, who can choose just one? And I am a choosy mother. Yeah, I don't know.
If you could just choose one rainbow fish, which one would it be?
Well, I haven't kept them all, so I couldn't tell you. And that's the problem is like with the current stocking level we have now, it's like I can't choose all the rainbow fish. I have to be choosy.
Yeah.
So I go by recommendations. Oh my goodness. Kenny E was not happy selling boats. He is done.
Aww.
So are you going back to selling cars again, Kenny?
No, he has to move on to like airplanes now.
Nice. Work for Boeing.
I don't know. He's doing a really good job with the Fishtoberfest. I wonder if there's like any position in marketing or something. He seems suited for that.
Well,
help organize and run events.
I mean, I don't know if fish club stuff is really, I mean, there's no way that can even come close to making the kind of money you make if you're a good car salesman.
Well,
Kenny looks like he can move some cars. Fish Kid, how long till Fish Pictionary? It's not called Fish Pictionary anymore. It's called What the Fish. And you need to go check your traps you set for some native fish. Well, usually we play Fish Pictionary, What the Fish, Sketch a Fish, fishy drawings on the hour. So let's say in about 40 minutes or a little more.
Yeah.
So hurry up. All right, Misfit Reptiles. On the subject of plants, I recently got some species that I've never heard of or kept, but they are amazing plants. I think everyone would like them if I can share the names. Okay, what are they? I mean, I don't, yeah, share the names. Maybe we've heard of them.
Maybe. Probably not me.
Let's see. Kenny said normally make 10 to 15K a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna make that from a fish club unless you've got a whole bunch of Alexander Engleharts over there. I want Alexander to be my friend.
Why?
Let's see. Okay, excuse the long
Here we
names. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, Aereo colon kin. Okay, never heard of that one. Anubias
No.
barteri nana. Yeah, okay, we've all. Oh, the Snow White. I've seen the white Anubias. Kind of scares me, especially like there's a Nana Petite white variety out there that sells for a lot of money for like a little sprig of it with 3 leaves. And I heard that if you screw up and put it under the wrong lighting conditions or something, it will turn back to green and will never turn white again. So to me, that sounds like a no thanks. Tanina fluviatilis. Kind of heard of that one. Don't know. I mean, I've heard that name before. Cryptocorin albita red. That's a crypt I haven't heard of. Aridarum colescens white fang. Nope. Are these sound like, are they aquatic plants or are they terrarium plants? Because I know Anubias
Well,
can be either one. And then
crypto.
Schismatogalatus.
The crypt is probably aquatic,
Crypts are not fully
and
aquatic. They have immersed
well,
forms.
I guess. What about what is the fluviatilis? There's something else fluviatilis that
Yeah,
I've
the
heard of before.
Mayaka is what you're
Okay.
probably thinking of. Tonina fluviatilis. Um, okay, it's an aquarium stem plant, but I mean, honestly, most aquarium plants that we keep are very few of them are actually like fully aquatic plants. Like there's immersed grown. Like one of the few I can think of that are fully aquatic are Vallisneria.
Mhm.
The fish are here. Lefty says, "What fish?"
I think you
Do
got new fish.
the purple plant I showed you the other day is called purple waffle.
What kind of plant is it? Is it a boost? They like to be loosey goosey with those names.
Boost purple waffle. I'm gonna start renaming all my boosts since I didn't like record the names of what I bought or like label them because I just sort of mix it in as a big boost carpet, and so I'll never remember what I have. It's all boost different leaf.
Boost green.
Boost green. Now let's switch the lighting to blue. Now it's boost blue. Eriocolon is a super finicky plant, but super rare in the US. I've been looking for some. Well, sounds like you got to hit up Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. All aquatic plants, I have them in tank right now. Just got them. And where'd you get them from? I like looking at rare, weird plants I've never heard of. Like I've kind of made my way through most of the common aquatic plants and figured out which ones I can grow and which ones I can't, based on
Now,
the hardness of my water.
Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics, does he have a store?
I don't know.
Because I wonder if he maybe has access to things that maybe the general public does not.
Well, he does work with other aquarists, and does like helps them with their tanks and all that. So you can you'll stumble across tanks that have some rare stuff, and maybe like a cleaning lady, just take a little bit of snip off the plant when no one's looking and bring it home and propagate it. Not that I would do that.
Welcome, Eric.
Sorry, Bex. Are you feeling worse now, or with the coughing and such? Godzilla Boost is my favorite plant. Could I pick a favorite plant? I don't think I could.
I think it's dwarf baby tears.
Oh yeah, my favorite torn up, destroyed plant that I'll never buy again.
Or maybe it's the pink flamingo crypt.
At least that one still is visible, hanging on by a thread. So he got it from one of his importers.
Yeah.
Ian wants to know if Misfit ships. Everyone should ship. Don't be afraid of shipping. It's just a little cold, so maybe not ship right now unless you've got the heat packs and insulation. Ecornia diversifolia just got some. Very cool to look at. I don't know what that is. Purple waffle are sold as an aquatic plant. It will melt over time if planted underwater. Don't you love that? Don't you love going to like Petco or PetSmart and seeing the random crap they have on the shelf and they act like it's aquatic, and then you buy it on an impulse and you go home, then you look it up and you find out, oh no, this plant is not going to last. Ketagang red. Okay, we're talking about
Like,
Boosty Boost now.
bamboo is a big one that they act like it's always growing out of a tank in the water at Petco or PetSmart.
Well, you can do that,
And
but the leaves are not going to be underwater.
Yeah.
But the stalk can be. It's semi-aquatic.
Yeah.
So it's decent for like an immersed look. But yeah, then there's some that are just like a bushy leaf thing that you put on the bottom, and then it's not gonna last. I own an aquarium maintenance setup and acquisitions business. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. Beck says, yeah, this crap comes in bad waves, fever, weakness, cough, etc. today. God, it sucks. Boost is my favorite plant genus. But what's your favorite species? What is your favorite Latin species name of Boost? Can you name one? Have they classified them all yet? Has everyone who has ever grabbed a piece of Boost off the bank of a river like come together and decided, all right, we're calling this one this?
Isn't there one with like a woman's name?
There's a few with a woman's name. Amanda?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. Brownie Amanda. All right.
There is Brownie, and a lot of them are very colorful, like silver or like pink or purple.
So let's see. M&C Aquatic says Crypt Windtii. See, people pronounce it Winddeadeye, and that's how he spelled it. But it's Wendtii. Right? Yeah. Bronze. I got some of those. They grow pretty well. And propagate Italian Val, that's a good one. Jungle Val is a good one. Anubias Nangai, main plants. Yep, the staple plants, all those rhizome plants, bowels, that kind of stuff. You could fill a tank with that. And I love Crypt.
Isn't
Catherine,
Ian's
there's another
girlfriend
one.
named Kat?
With a K though.
Yeah, but I think he's just playing favorites with that.
Gotta go pick up my new specs. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Welcome, Limmel.
Specs like the aquarium or specs like glasses? Either way, enjoy your new eyesight / tanks.
Limmel came in, and David, Canisteo Valley.
Hey, David and Limmel. Dennis
and
Christensen,
Lisa
except
Sparkman.
Duckweed. Duckweed has its place, and then it has its other places, and then it gets to other places, and then it's everywhere.
But its place is not a high flow tank.
Yeah, just no
That's
spray
not its
bar.
place.
Yeah, spray bar is anti-duckweed, which is good because I don't want duckweed in my CO2 tanks. Please, thank you. There are so many boosts, it's ridiculous. I think there's one called Skeleton King. Yep, there sure is.
Mm-hmm.
There's also one called Brownie Ghost 2011, and it sells for like $1,000 a leaf. I'm part of a couple of Facebook groups that auction off rare plants, and that there's always booths on auction, and usually like one of those skeleton king ones that everyone is like, I'll pay you $100. Like, really? You're gonna pay $100 for this thing that's just gonna sit there in your tank and sprout another leaf next year, or melt if you don't know what you're doing. But I assume people paying $100 for a plant better know what they're doing. If I found one, I would name it Snooch's Boost. Well, that's the beauty of it. You can just buy one from anywhere and rename it to whatever you want. And it's, you just buy Boost and resell it as Snooch's Boost. It could be Godzilla. What?
He could turn his light to cycle through colors like a rainbow and call it like a magical rainbow strain that changes colors.
The Snoochy Boochy Rainbow Boosty. Okay, let's see. How behind in chat am I now? Homolomina. If y'all got plant questions, I'm in a planty plant mood. Thinking about plants.
Oh.
Sandy Farrell. I kill duckweed. I kill it too, but I have to, in order to kill it, I have to scoop it out of my tank and put it in a cup and let it dry out. And still, I don't think if you dry out duckweed, you've killed it. I wonder if you like took a whole bunch of super dry duckweed, put it back in a tank, would it rehydrate and start propagating again? I bet it would.
Welcome, Bob Purcell. Speaking of plants, you had on your video a question about something that you showed for maintaining plants. And I have it here. Are a lot of people unfamiliar with this type of aquascaping scissors?
I don't know. Like the ones I have are made by Aqua Vitro, but it's not like they can't be the only company that makes them. I saw them. It was an impulse buy at the LFS, and I'm like, oh, I need those to trim my hair grass and stuff. The best way to sneak duckweed into my tank, you don't even have to. I have like every tank in the dining room has duckweed, so just put it in there. I won't notice because there's already a bunch in there. Boost Philandra, Rainbow Mini Pearl, $499. It's yours. That's a steal right there.
Welcome, S.
I figured ADA would make all that kind of stuff, and then there's tons of aquascaping / fertilizer companies that will just rebrand aquascaping tools. Like Nylock G, I think has a bunch of them. Probably, what's it called? CO2 Art, Greenleaf Aquariums, those kind of places. My scissors are more of just gently curved. Yeah, I have a few of those too. But these 90-degree scissors are awesome for if you need to like trim something evenly. Line. Yeah, like trimming up pearlweed carpet or the dwarf hairgrass carpet. And then I used it the other day to trim up all that nasty dwarf sage. Yep.
Welcome, Ricky.
Hey, Ricky De Hoyos. How's it going? So yeah, plant questions, algae questions. If y'all haven't watched my latest video about tackling blackbeard algae in a CO2 tank, check it out. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking about getting rid of blackbeard algae, but it is interesting bit of info about the pitfalls of running a high-tech tank and not paying attention to changes. Like if you let your CO2 canister run out and you're not on top of that and changing it out, then the aquarium will respond very quickly, because like CO2 kind of amps things up. And so everything that happens quickly can also go the other direction quickly, like the algae growth. My favorite Anubias strain, I like Well, okay, so I like the Anubias gold coin, I think is what it's called, for that interesting color from it. I like most of the Anubias I like are small. Um,
Yeah. I don't think we have
it's
any big, like big leaf Anubias, do we?
no, like I have Anubias Nana. Most of my Anubias is Nana and Nana Petite, and I like the small stuff because I like doing a carpet of boosts or like just putting it as like a little garnish on some wood. Sandy was asking me, do I mix the peroxide with water before I use it? Well, so the peroxide is already a 3% solution. And since I was blasting it onto the algae directly underwater, I didn't do any kind of mixing beforehand. So it's a pretty weak, I mean, it's a standard peroxide solution mixed in with the water. It's a weak but very safe way to treat the algae. I could amp it up a little bit by maybe using like Easy Carbon or Excel or one of the other versions of the that algae treatment. What is it? Glutaraldehyde in it,
Yeah,
something
I
similar.
I noticed in a comment you mentioned the 1-2 punch. I don't know if you wanted to explain that here because I
Yeah,
think it was a reply to something that someone said specifically.
yeah. So there is a method called the 1-2 punch. Sorry, my hold on. I need to clear out my sinuses, so keep them entertained for a minute.
Okay. How many sinuses do you need to clear out?
All of them.
All of them. Okay. And he just went invisible. We can't even see him below his nose. So, 2. I mean, it's not really either, Matt. Kind of about plants right now. What kind of night things are you thinking about?
Night things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Um. So anyway, the 1-2 punch. The principle of that is just like essentially you're kind of poisoning your tank temporarily. So the idea with that one, I think initially whoever came up with it was saying use 4 milliliters of peroxide per gallon or 10 gallons or something. It was a lot. And then he reduced it to 2 milliliters per gallon because people were like, it ruined my shrimp or it killed my fish. Or or maybe people not following directions. But the idea is you put a crap ton of hydrogen peroxide, and instead of spot treating the peroxide on the algae, you let your circulation just distribute it all over the tank. But you don't want to just let it go through your filter media because it's a crap ton of hydrogen peroxide. It's gonna harm organic material like your beneficial bacteria. So you either turn off your filter and add a power head for the circulation, or you remove all the filter media from your canister or hang on the back or whatever. And um, you start with that. You let it circulate for like, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes. I don't remember what the details are. So don't like use this as instructions because honestly, I don't think it really did that much good without having to do it multiple times. And then after you do the hydrogen peroxide treatment, you do a water change of some percentage that it said, and then you set everything back up with your filter media and all that, and then you add your initial dose of Excel, whatever the initial dosing on the bottle says for your first dose. I think it's like 5 milliliters per 10 gallons. And after a couple of days, that severely weakens the algae. And I guess that works if you've got algae all over the place. I prefer just to do the spot treatment because I don't believe in like trying to solve a problem overnight that like didn't crop up overnight. So that applies to algae. So I'm doing like way less hydrogen peroxide injection on the areas where there's black beard, just doing it day by day with the filter off, because then everything from the peroxide gases off. It doesn't have a chance to circulate through your filter and harm anything other than the weakened cell walls of the algae. And the reason why it hurts the algae before it hurts most plants is because algae, because it grows so fast, it doesn't have the same cellular structure as plants. It has a very weak cell wall, and that's how you kind of attack stuff that is not as hardy and tough as plants.
And I mean, you prefer the spot treatment method, which is what you're currently using because it's more direct.
Yeah, and you can't put a whole bunch of it in there. So like you have to kind of choose your targets day by day. And it's a slow process, but at the idea is at the same time, you need to be doing stuff that prevents the algae from coming back or appearing in the first place. And so as you're slowly killing off that algae, you're making sure that you're not just like letting the problem persist and the algae just comes back. Because if the algae just comes right back after you kill it, then you've not addressed the whole problem. And I mean, hold on, let me go to Petraman. Can I grow plants in sand with CO2? Of course, definitely.
That's what our secret history aquascape was exactly. It was sand with a little bit of gravel on top, scattered rocks.
And I like coarse sand. I like coarse sand because it stays put better. It allows roots to latch on better, and it allows you to keep stem plants in place better. And I like a deep substrate as well. That's carob sea sand. That's exactly what I use. It's perfect. Love it. And then wouldn't that much peroxide kill the fish too? So I've tried it. I've done 2 milliliters per gallon of peroxide. It did not kill the fish. I wouldn't say the fish were happy about it, but I don't know. It's too much for me. Like I'm sure it does stress the fish. I'm sure it does makes them uncomfortable. And in my opinion, there's no reason to attack it that aggressively. Like if you've let the problem get that bad, then you need to take as much time, if not more, to turn it back around. Like it's all about patience. It's all about finding that natural balance. Let's see. Peroxide is light reactive. Filling a tank would be fairly ineffective. It is light reactive, but in the amount of time that you're using the peroxide for 15-30 minutes, the lights don't really do anything to it. It takes days for light to affect peroxide. If regular grocery store peroxide would work, do you think 40% beauty supply peroxide would be quicker? Whew. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a concentration like more than 10 times the amount. So how, like, I don't know, because if I'm doing the spot treatment thing, then I would have to use way less of it. Yeah. And I just don't think it would. I mean, I'm sure if you blast one piece of algae with that concentration of peroxide, it would probably attack the algae, but it'd probably also attack the plant.
Now, you've also done peroxide dips, right?
Yep, and it works on some plants, and it destroys other ones.
Maybe that 40% peroxide would work as a dip on maybe ornaments.
Yeah, sure. With the ornaments, as long as you're rinsing everything off well. Yeah, right, Richard. It turns oxygen into water. I mean, what did I just say? It turns oxygen into water. It turns to oxygen in the water. And that's why, but I mean, of course, it's still, if you're letting it circulate before it has a chance to gas off, then, it's hitting everything in the tank, including your fish, including weaker plants. But if you just spot treat it, then yeah, you can in real time watch the oxygen bubbles come up in your tank. Yeah. Once that, if the power goes out and no air supply, you can actually add peroxide. Yeah, to dissolve some oxygen in there. But
probably in that spot treated amount, like drops at a time.
Yep. And in fact, you can theoretically inject CO2 in your tank if you make the peroxide react with something organic like a potato? Just a thought. Or is that oxygen? I don't know. I think I don't know. I do things the unnatural way when it comes to CO2. Hey, it's Jess, Lady Metalhead. Welcome.
So Eduardo said that he's taken his fish out to dose higher levels.
Yeah, that's an option. If you really if you're really need to get rid of some horrible algae problems. To me, like algae is not dangerous to the fish. And even though I love my plants and I will never get rid of my plants, to me, the fish come first. So if anything is a risk to the fish, then I don't bother with it. So that's why I take the slow approach with the plants, because the algae got there because of an imbalance. And so you got to take just as much time to rebalance.
Welcome, Chris George and Too Cooley. Lefty, what kind of fish did you get?
Are these, did he get cichlids or something? Well, I don't remember. I don't remember. He was setting up some tanks, but it was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. Like just, yeah, African cichlids. That's right.
That's very specific, Lefty.
Well, that's about as
Thank
specific as you can get. I mean, if you got assorted African cichlids, you going to identify them?
Malawi, or he could say mbunas, and he did. He said mbunas. My cichlid knowledge is very little, but I understand that there are different types.
Yep. Oh,
welcome, Brienne.
Hey, Bree. So what else? Sandy Farrell just got a shipment of 80. That's right, 80 axolotls. Yeah. Little baby axolotls. And if I remember correctly, I kind of jumped into that stream late, Sandy, but you only had one DOA and they arrived late, which is pretty impressive.
She's gonna grow them out and sell them so she can go to the Triple Crown, right?
Yeah. Oh, and Lady Metalhead. Mm-hmm. She was waiting for her axolotl. Like she ordered a grown axolotl, and it's alive. That's great. Although I bet shipping axolotls in winter is not that bad. You know, the axolotls like it cool. Special delivery.
Here you go. Say this name.
Lototropheus springerae. Just a guess. I don't know. Who remembers all those Latin names for cichlids? So many of them.
Probably Alex.
Yeah. What normal intelligence person remembers those? Axolotls are cool. That is a lot of axolotls, though.
Yeah. Did you say welcome to Dave and Alishon?
F you, Dave. I mean, hey, Dave. Hey, Alishon. Lefty showed the video on his stream yesterday. Oh, yeah. I was driving, so I couldn't see it, but I was listening. That's what it was. I was going to the post office to ship off some members-only plants.
And I was still at school.
Mm-hmm.
For the first, I think I was in carpool whenever my phone beeped. And normally Lefty goes at 4, but I think he went early.
Oh, on Friday?
Yeah. Doesn't he go at 4 Central?
I don't know. I feel like the
he didn't want me to see the first 30 minutes of the show. He specifically attacked me by starting it early. Right?
It could be.
So that he could try to sneak in his Northern gumbo talk.
Alligator gumbo. I swear that is like some Northerner New Englander trying to guess at what us weird swamp people down here eat, and it's like I bet they eat gator, and I also know they eat gumbo because that's like a Creole thing. So let's put alligator and squirrel and whatever, and add some rice
Well,
and
I
make
mean, there
some.
is rice and gumbo. I mean,
Yeah, well, of course, add
and
some because that's
traditionally,
what it makes.
gumbo is served over rice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Make some sort of weird stew and then put some rice in it and then call it gumbo. So Sandy sent me the
Makes
video. I'm gonna try to share it.
okay.
Mhm.
Astronautus ocellatus
What
is what Ian just said. He just
is that?
put
A
up some rhyming words. Welcome, Shanna.
hey Shanner, it's not the best video. All right, that's my favorite kind of video. Is not the best video, but it's cool. We can see some adorable little baby wiggly things. Look at them. Man, if I didn't know what you were showing me here, I would be like, are these like little baby plecos? The way they're like wiggling and then like attaching to stuff or seemingly attaching to stuff. That's crazy. And then they grow feet and become little crawling around water monsters. Adorable water monsters. How long do they take to grow? Like to reach or let's just say reach the size where you can tell it's an axolotl with feet and all that.
Well, Shanna is in here, so she might know.
Sha-na-na-na-na. Yeah.
Shanna
Okay.
might fund your triple ground trip by buying all 79 axolotl babies.
And those baby plecos, Sandy's longfin albinos are finally breeding. Back in the summer, I think I sent her what I was hoping would be a female longfin albino, but it was still a little young. It just kind of looked like it didn't have bristles like the other ones at that size had. So it's always kind of a crapshoot whenever they're like at the 2-inch range and you're trying to sex them, and some of them have bristles and some of them don't, but they could also still be sneaker males. But
They're
it worked out.
Brian and Sandy are saying 2 weeks until feet. And then Bree said a few months for a sellable size.
Oh,
Welcome, Taylor Callie.
they have, yeah, there was one batch and that they had, and then there's the next one. She just said yesterday, I think they had
Did
more.
you read what Richard said?
Learned a hard lesson recently. Had a Boost Plant order DOA refunded to the prepaid Visa gift card I used, then threw away after placing the order. Could not recover the intel from the card, so it's a loss. Damn. I would do the same thing. I'd be like, all right, it's spent, and toss it, and I wouldn't even think about the refund. That sucks. Hopefully, it wasn't a huge order. I haven't had to get a refund from Boost Plant, but their plants for me are hit and miss. It's just the way they're grown.
What was the place you ordered from where they sold your plant that you ordered to someone else?
Oh,
It wasn't
yeah,
Boost Plant, was it?
it was Dustin's.
Oh, okay.
Because of the hurricane, they had held off on shipping, and then even though I had paid, they sold out of the 2 of the plants that I ordered. Even though I paid $100. Oh no, that hurts. That hurts. Ouch. I still like Dustin's. That was just an unfortunate thing. Although I didn't do a lot of research on those plants, so they probably wouldn't have done well for me anyway. The Ludwigia arcuata white, the other arcuata that I got instead did not work. Yeah. When it comes to growing plants, the KH of your water is very important. And if you've got KH on like the iffy side, like I have a KH of 7 degrees, that means I can grow 99% of everything, but there's a few gorgeous saltwater plants that are either like on the fence and can kind of do okay, or just strictly will melt away. And some of those finer leaf plants are the ones I have the most trouble with. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to lose again the Rotala willickii, and that's the third time I've tried it from 3 different sources, and so that's it. Like, once that's gone, then I have called it that I cannot grow Rotala willickii in my water.
You could ask Kelly Foreman to grow it and send you some from her tank.
Kelly Foreman has the same water as me, so if she can't grow it, if I can't grow it, then odds are she can't either because of the KH of the water. She's just been doing it a lot longer than me, so she's already figured out what she likes and what she can't grow, and so she's totally over all those fancy stem plants. She has everything on easy mode, which if you've seen her rainbow tank, it's gorgeous. Yeah. And eventually I'm going to get there. Like, I'm running through all the plants, seeing what I can do, what's a pain in the ass, what's not worth it, and then what looks gorgeous and does well. And when I get there, that'll be like all my scapes will be based on those plants.
Yeah. And the tank behind Steven right now, that's the live bear mosh pit, right?
Oh yeah, no CO2 in there.
Non-CO2.
Well, we've got tanks. We have 14 tanks, and 5 of them are CO2 injected, and only one of them is actually full blast CO2, like the point where it's full saturation, and if I cranked it up even more, it'd be unsafe. And that's the one that I did the video on yesterday. And the 90 gallon, it's got a good bit of CO2, but not to the point where it's fully saturated. Like you gauge it by how much your pH drops, and you can drop your pH by like 1.2 or 1.4, some of the extremists, but no, I'm not going to go that far.
So the 5 with CO2 are the living room tank, the 90 gallon, the alien betta, the secret history 7.5 gallon, and the quarantine tank, correct?
Yep. And the one that's got the least amount of CO2 going is the alien betta. It's a 16 gallon, and it's like one bubble every 2 to 3 seconds. Just a little bit. And it doesn't have that much light. So that one's doing well. Like, a little bit of CO2 goes a long way, but you still got to keep it clean. SSCO2 is like wall hacking in Call of Duty. I just rage quit. Nah, you just got to download your own wall hacks. Yeah, I mean, you can do it without CO2. I mean, there's certain plants that just require it, but you find the ones that don't. You can make a gorgeous scape out of it. But what I love about CO2 is the speed at which things grow, the coloration it adds. But there is the flip side to it, and that CO2 is like a drug. And if you screw up and you overdose it, then someone's going to die, a fish. And if you underdose it, there is severe hair algae withdrawal symptoms. Ian says, I run low CO2 like Bentley. So far, little no algae and plant growth. It's just enough that I don't have to trim every week. Yep. And that's another thing, Ian. You're in that area where your water is like RO water. And like, yeah, if you couldn't grow a plant in that water, then I would question you. Because, yeah, you can decide what your KH is. You can just have 2 degrees KH, and congratulations, you are a master plant grower person. But yeah, try doing that in Lake Michigan water or something, It's a little bit different. So yeah, you gotta like. I'm probably gonna get to the point where the CO2 tanks are gonna dwindle and rather than increase, because it is, if you want to keep it looking gorgeous, there's maintenance because the fast growth, and then the fact that everything, including algae, would love to take advantage of the nutrients and light and CO2 and all that in there. So it's more work for sure. It's not just magic. It's not like cheat mode where you just turn on the CO2 and sit back and watch your tank turn into an award-winning aquascape.
Eduardo is talking about his Lanai because I guess he's one of the Golden Girls.
What?
Is that a Florida thing to call that area the Lanai?
What is a lanai?
It's like a patio, I guess.
Well, then call it a freaking patio. Lanai.
So the Golden Girls were always going out on the Lanai, and it was just like a place to sit outside.
Okay, Google will be saying, what is a lanai? A room originating from Hawaii. A lanai, or
according to Wikipedia.org, a lanai or lanai is a type of roof, open
y'all hear that?
veranda, patio, or porch originating in Hawaii. Do you want a little more context?
No.
So we have a screened-in porch. Does that mean we have a lanai?
Sure. Now we're fancy. Open-sided. Well, it's open-sided. We don't. Ours is not open-sided. It's closed off.
No.
Originating.
Ours is completely closed. Keep the mosquitoes out.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Ian says, I can't grow any plant I want, but almost. And no, I'm not a master grower. I'm about to get my novice HAP award, though. Yeah. What is HAP? Horticulture aquaponics. Just made that up. HAP awards.
Welcome, Bwizzle.
Hospitals and health systems. Hollywood and African prestigious awards. Oh, so HAP stands for lots of things. Honors Awards Program. Well, congratulations, Ian, on your Hollywood and African prestigious award. I'm not sure you deserve that one, but okay.
You don't know what he does in his spare time. Maybe he does deserve it.
Well, I don't know. You would think that would actually like go to someone of color.
You have not seen his DNA results.
Yeah, I'll have you know that I am 2.5% sub-Saharan African, according to 23andMe.
Okay. What percent Neanderthal are you?
All of it. They don't go by percentage. They just go by like, you have more Neanderthal genes than 97% of everyone else on 23andMe.
But he said Horticulture Awards Program.
That makes sense. The only time I ever heard Lanai used was Golden Girls and Eduardo.
Yeah.
Maybe he is a love child of the Tramp Blanche.
That's where I heard it.
Debbie Russell, do you recommend adding Ferts before turning on lights? I have found that it does not matter in the least when you add Ferts. Because
the fish are constantly adding Ferts.
Exactly. Now, it's not going to use them until the lights are on, but the Ferts are not going to magically go away if you add them while the lights are off, or if you add them in the middle of the day and it doesn't get a chance to use all the fertilizer, it'll use more of it the next day. It does not matter. What I did find is just, and I don't even know if this is totally necessary either, but if you want to maximize your CO2, like make sure that the entire photo period, your plants are making use of nutrient absorption via the CO2 effects. Then you want to turn on your CO2 about an hour and a half before your lights turn on, just so you got saturation of CO2 in the water. And so the minute the photo period starts, the minute your plants like wake up for the day, they can start absorbing nutrients to their maximum ability. But that's, again, a theory. I haven't like tested that to be like, okay, how well does this tank do if I turn on the CO2 midday versus if I turn on the CO2 at 5 a.m. for the other one. That's just a thing that I heard. But yeah, I fertilize like whenever I remember to do it, whether that's 2 o'clock in the morning or in the middle of the day, and it doesn't make a difference. And I also don't heavily fertilize because I know what's in my water, and I know that there's no point in adding a bunch of nitrate for most of my tanks. There's never any reason to add phosphate because my tap water comes with 2 ppm of phosphate for free, and then you feed flake food, and that's additional phosphate. And so the only macro that leaves, which my tap water has none of, and as far as I can tell, no food adds a sufficient amount of it, is potassium. That seems to be the macro that most water is lacking, is potassium.
Now I have a question. You just said flake food adds phosphate. Does our 7.5 gallon have less phosphate then, since you feed exclusively live foods?
Yeah, it does. But again, you're putting the water is putting 1.5 to 2 ppm ish of phosphates, and I do weekly water changes. And so, like, bottom line is every tank in the house has phosphate, some less than others, depending on what I feed. But phosphate is the least absorbed macro of all of them. So you're always going to have excess of it.
Now it is over the hour, and Fish
All right.
Kid came back just for what the fish.
Is Fish Kid still here?
He came back. So
Okay, but did he
hopefully
leave
he's
again?
still here.
I don't know.
I don't
Kids are all
know.
over the place, just like running around, like, oh, there we go. It is lagging.
Yeah.
Lagging. What?
That's your internet, Fish Kid.
Yeah, okay. Hold on, let me check. Stream health. Excellent. Stream is healthy. I have no messages. The minute it started, pure stream is healthy. Haven't frozen yet. Knock on wood.
Wait. Fishymon has a question for you.
Which is a missing macro when you have pinholes in leaves? Well, it could be, hey, Vinny, it could be potassium. It could also be magnesium. Or it could be that you've got something eating holes in the leaves. But yeah, generally it's potassium.
Fishymon likes to keep a lot of plecos, and plecos love to chew holes in sword plants, right?
Yeah. Well, plecos love to just strip the layers, like strip the cell wall off of sword plants and just like kill them on each leaf. Any thoughts on bubble counters? I was down a rabbit hole the other day saying you should check your diffuser with a slow-mo camera and count the actual bubbles coming into the tank. Wait, if you were counting the diffuser bubbles, then you'd be there for quite a while, because the idea of a diffuser is to reduce those bubbles to the like tiniest amount so that they all have a chance to dissolve before they hit the top of the tank. You freeze every time I hit pause. Damn, I don't know how to solve that one. So the thing about bubble counters is they're not like an indicator of how much CO2 you're putting in there, because I mean they all kind of vary, even though they all pretty much look the exact same. To me, the most reliable way to measure how much CO2 is to know the pH of your water before CO2 is injected, and then the CO2, and also know the KH of your water as well, and then measure the pH after CO2 has been going for a few hours. And if your pH drops, there's a chart out there that will tell you exactly. And let me pull this up, and then we'll play What the Fish.
Okay.
pH CO2 chart, because that will tell you what you got. This might be a little tiny to look at, but I'm gonna try to blow it up. A good old bar report.
Eduardo,
Share.
do you really not know what the Golden Girls are?
Oh, he's full
And
of crap. He knows.
Eduardo, I mean, the show is meant to be kind of like women in their golden years, but aren't we all old enough now? Maybe not S and Ian, but aren't most of us here old enough now to realize that they weren't really that old?
It's kind of funny because when you're a kid and you're watching it, you're like, oh my God, these women are going to die soon.
It's like they're 50.
And Betty White just died, like she lived a long ass time. But, so Debbie, I don't mix my own ferts, but I do get dry fertilizer. And nowadays I'm just putting potassium as the macro, and I usually dose potassium just by dosing a GH boost because I have no GH in my water. But if I didn't have to do that, I would just get dry potassium sulfate, and you can buy a 5-pound bag of that for cheap. And then the micro fertilizer, there's different versions of that. I'm still kind of messing with what my favorite is. I don't think I like CSM plus B, which is one of them that Nylock G sells. I might try Miller's Microplex or go back to liquid. But yeah, in general, there's very few tanks in my house now where I use an all-in-one, just because of the makeup of my water.
Welcome, Geek BOI.
Yeah, so yeah, Geek Boy, the drop checker, when I bother with it, shows how much CO2 is getting into the water. And it shows that by basically, it's a pH indicator solution that changes color based on the amount of KH that's in that solution, which I believe it's 4 KH. So this is what this chart kind of shows you. So let's say you measure the KH of your tap water and it's 7, like mine, 7 degrees. So and ideally the parts per million of CO2 at full saturation that's safe enough for fish is like 30, 35. Or what is it? I guess this chart is saying 24, but you can go up to about 30. So say you have a KH of 7, and then you scroll up and you measure your pH after CO2 has been going for a few hours, and your pH is 6.8, which is what mine will be in that living room tank. Then you're at like 30, 33-ish is the CO2 saturation. So it's a relationship between your pH and your KH, because KH will dictate your pH, except when you're dissolving CO2 in there, because CO2 will drop CO2 is purely acidic, and it will drop your pH of your water very rapidly without affecting your KH like botanicals would. Like botanicals will just dissolve your carbonate, whereas CO2 will not. So yeah, you look at the chart. So know your pH before the CO2, know your KH, and then measure your pH after the CO2 is gone. And then if you're in like the ballpark of 30, you're good. Anything between like 25 and 30, you're good. I don't know why they're marking like 33 as high, because there are people who go extreme with it, like in the 40s. All the charts are a little bit different, but they all kind of have the same range.
This is the one you chose to show.
Well, I chose one that looked like it would look better.
Okay, before you get distracted again.
Another question,
fish?
or are we going what the fish?
No, what the fish?
What the fish? Mm-hmm. Guess who drew all these fish this week because no one else was going to draw fish?
Well, I had all the ideas.
Okay.
Think of some fish next time.
All right. If I think of all the fish, will you draw all the fish?
Maybe if you don't give me something ridiculous like a what was the one a rainbow shiner and a Florida flagfish, giving me like extra difficult ones.
Oh no, you have to use more colors.
I don't want that.
How dare I?
Eric, we
Well,
don't say the theme. You have to
yeah,
infer.
figure it out.
The
Got my
theme
handy
is
dandy.
aquatic fish.
Fish that swim. Some of the fish swim more than others.
Welcome, Myrtle.
Hey, Myrtle. Joe Stan, I'm sitting but have tons of things I need to do. Welcome to my world. The more things I have to do, the more sitting I like to do and think about the things I have to do. Because
And
it's too
panic.
overwhelming. It's like, what do I do first? Oh, I can't think. I don't know what to do first. So let's do none of those.
Mhm.
All right.
So we effectively eliminated a mud skipper by saying fish that swim
One
and
day it might
aquatic
be a
fish.
mud.
But
One day,
today,
do mud
it's
skippers
not.
not swim whatsoever? They never like become slightly buoyant in the water and paddle a little bit?
I mean, buoyancy is not swimming. I
Uh,
mean, do buoys swim?
Picture it. Steven Stream, 2022. All right, here we go. See, they skip. See, Geek Boy's on my side. Mud skippers
Skippers
swim
make me think of Ren and Stimpy.
because there was a mud skipper.
Yeah, the Skippy the Mud Skipper.
Do. You'll have to remember what I drew.
I do.
All right, 30-second mark.
It's not a skirt
Oh
tetra.
my god.
It's not a filament barb.
No hints yet either.
It's not a ball of shark.
Hey, I drew these now. You think I would draw a ball of shark looking like this?
Maybe.
Mm-mm.
It's not a discus.
A tub.
Oh, wait, Alshon and Ian.
Ian and Alec. Yeah, Ian Alashon. Got it.
It
Oh,
is a
man.
tinfoil barb.
Ian is increasing his lead, and it doesn't matter, but other than pride, that he's just destroying everybody.
Oh, Kyle, it's log.
It's a log.
It rolls downstairs and often in parts runs over your neighbor's dog.
Are you
What's
talking about
great
Ren and
for a
Stimpy
snack?
again?
It fits on your back. It's log, log, log.
You're still talking about Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, well, he brought it up.
I know, but like I did not watch that much Ren and Stimpy to remember that kind of stuff.
I'm so sorry about your childhood then.
I was a little bit annoyed by Ren and Stimpy, honestly, and then found it to be kind of gross.
Well, it
sometimes.
was gross,
Yeah.
but I mean, there were some funny parts.
Thank you, S.
Yeah, it
You
was supposed to
could.
be pears. I was thinking. Welcome, Liz.
Hey, Liz. I just watched something different from Ren and Stimpy during that era. I mean, maybe I should have been watching that instead of watching what was it, Beavis and Butthead. I started watching South Park when I was 12, and I see him be you're kind of gross. Uh-oh. Starting
Oh,
to that was quick.
wait, Myrtle
Oh yeah. I saw
and
it.
Fish Kid got it
Oh, did he? Where?
too, like way up.
Oh, damn. That was quick. Fish Kid at the 2 okay. All right, Fish Kid and Myrtle were the first two, and then all y'all piggybacking off of that. Just be glad Danny's not here to destroy y'all, because
Probably.
Jeremy, you're not too far off. I mean, they also didn't really like. I mean, that's not why I didn't watch it, but you know, they would have let me play foosball though. All right, where is okay? Who got it? Fish Kid and
Fish
Myrtle.
Kid.
All right.
Yeah. I said Myrtle, but I also have YouTube chat open, and I looked over, and Fish Kid was way above.
See, this is the problem when I draw them. I'm a little bit too accurate with the drawings.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I'm not an artist, but like you draw the basic shape and color and pattern of the fish, and
yeah, you didn't draw each individual scale though.
Okay, well, I had other things to do. Hang on. Bye, Liz. Have fun. That sounds like a whole crap ton of work. Wish I was there to help y'all. But yeah, good luck with that. That's a letter
That's the
C.
letter C.
That's
It's
probably
the
what
sea fish.
That's what a C would look like in my handwriting. Knife fish.
It's not a knife fish.
No. Oh man, that nose icon on StreamYard. It looks like a rocket ship. We'll just go with that.
Oh, I was thinking more like a fleur-de-lis.
Oh, nah, my brain isn't got
Jeremy
it.
and Alishon.
Yeah, Alishon, right on it. Jeremy, right on it too. And everyone who thinks they can just say Corey,
That's
no.
not specific enough.
All right. Is Jeremy on the board? I'm not seeing. The list is getting long, but is this Jeremy's first point?
Can you not control F on your list?
Don't want to. I have other things written down here. So, wait.
And were you like typing about Jeremy somewhere else maybe?
No, but I think I have like an old list of a wheel entry, like a bunch of. All right, so no, okay, Alishon
and Jeremy.
All right.
Myrtle is saying you need to draw more fin rays on the Corey, as well as a few more minor details. Is the drawing finished?
No. They got it really quickly. God.
Is it finished now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you draw more fin rays? And
I don't know.
A few more minor details.
The tablet.
I saw some more minor details.
Yeah, there's some minor details. All right. Just had to cover its eye. Is that, you like that, Myrtle? Is that good enough for you? Will you buy the What the Fish shirt for 2022 now? That's another thing I need to work on too, is where are the gills? Use your freaking imagination. So,
is a Corey considered an anabantoid?
Does anabantoid strictly mean air breather?
Labyrinth organ?
Because I don't know. That fish can't breathe. Yes, it can, Ian. It just has to spend its entire life at the surface. You know, Corys were the one thing that Corys and Gourami were the ones that survived CO2 apocalypse because they can breathe air.
Yeah.
Forgot to gill. All right. Well,
Isn't it fun when you draw all the fish and get all the criticism?
I just love it.
Okay, corridors aren't anabantoids, but they do go up and breathe air
Yeah,
from the surface.
Yeah, I figured anabantoid does not mean like has the air breathing capability.
No, but does it mean specifically that labyrinth organ? Is what I was asking.
Amrothicmicron.
What is that?
It doesn't matter. Don't even. Oh, Myrtle.
Very close.
But
not right yet.
Lamp eye killie. You see a lamp eye on that thing?
While you're not done drawing it.
Oh, now I am.
Now Myrtle got it.
Yeah. We know no silver here. It's platinum. And then I guess Ian jumping in. Oh, platinum Madaka rice fish. Look at fancy ass. All right, Ian. Boom. All right, one more.
Bye, Richard.
Later, Richard.
Joseph, you're too late.
Joe Stan, you might want to like check where you're at in the stream. Maybe you're behind, or maybe you're just trying to cheat. What is this? What is this craziness?
Now this one I know what the whole. Oh, Alishon got it.
Yeah.
Alishon got it.
I think
I was
Alishon...
going to say it's kind of important to know the theme for this one because.
Right. So.
No, just cheating is what Joe said.
Okay. All good. So.
Alishon's coming up.
Who knows the theme now? The theme is metals. I would say precious metals, but there's bronze in there.
Tinfoil.
And foil.
The precious metal of tinfoil.
I don't know. When you're out of foil and you need foil, it's pretty damn precious. All right.
Ian, you're too late.
Ian trying to steal points. Ian, you have 14 points. Second place, Alishon, right? Hey, what'd you do?
You removed me from the stream.
I didn't do anything.
I
I'm over here on the completely different monitor, giving points to Alishon, and with that correct guess, Alishon has taken second place away from Fish Kid. They were tied for second place. Now Fish Kid is third place.
Oh.
And
how many points does Alishon have?
10. Fish Kid's got 9, and Ian's got 14. Fourth place goes to.
Hey, Lillian.
Damn, there's like a very distant fourth. Oh, S has 5 points. So yeah, fourth place is S. Although, other than pride, the rankings don't matter. The points matter only in that you've got points. If that even matters. We'll see. Alrighty.
Now, what we're giving away today maybe comes with a little unboxing and explanation.
Okay. Steven's merch. Yeah. I need to finish. Joe Stan, you don't have 20 points. need to finish that shirt, the What the Fish shirt. Like, I've decided instead of doing the all over print, I'm going to group them all and make them like the regular affordable Teespring tee. And so I have to completely revamp the design. I'll get on that.
You can
So
put some on the back. Annette said she needs Stefan leggings in her life. I bet you could do them as all over leggings. I mean, they would be expensive, but
yeah,
I bet they'd be $50.
That's not a bad idea, though. I could distribute the fish all over the leggings. Yeah, $50
maybe
leggings.
the expensive
and put
leggings and the cheap shirt.
And put What the Fish across the crotch. Oh, y'all just think about that one.
Oh, including our 10-year-old daughter in here. She can think about it too.
Yep, and Fish Kid and Levi and whoever else wandered in here. Y'all just
and
think.
S and Ian Atkins.
Yeah. And Myrtle. He's young too.
And Myrtle.
Okay. Unboxing happened off the screen.
Good job.
So, in case y'all weren't aware, Aquarium Co-op has released a new air pump, and it is like $25. It has a built-in lithium-ion battery, meaning that when it's plugged in and all that, it's charging. And when your power goes out, instead of having to plug it into another backup battery or something, it just kicks on to its reserve battery power. And I believe they said that it has 6 hours of battery life under normal usage. And then if you decide to use it's got a power saving mode. Yeah, there's like hold on. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So there is a power saving mode right there that I guess it cycles the air on and off. And I think it about doubles the amount of battery life. So like 15 hours. So very handy to replace if you've got some USB pumps that are on their last leg, like the regular ones. Be good to replace them with these. I ordered 5 of them. And that was before Corey revealed that you're only supposed to order 2 at once because we can only ship 2 in a box. And
so we got 3 boxes.
Now I know they sold out quickly. Myrtle's linking, and maybe they are back in stock.
They're 1 outlet or 2. Alishon is asking. And welcome, William.
This is the plug it comes with. And he means air outlet. Duh. I'm dumb. 1 outlet. But you can get yourself a splitter. I bet. I haven't tried them out, but I bet it seems like the power from this one is stronger than the USB one. It wouldn't surprise me if you could power 2 air stones with it. I'm going to try that for sure in the dining room. Yeah. So, yep. And this is the cord it comes with. Not as long as the USB one. So just got to be strategic about where you put it. But again, I bet the output on this one is a lot stronger. Not
Myrtle
that
said it is sold out, but you can save it to your wish list. But somebody's not going to have to save it to their wish list.
That's right. And today's wheel of... What do you mean I didn't listen?
Because you got 5. And
I did listen. Like as soon as he revealed it, I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for. And I added 5 to cart and I ordered them. And then like before they even, like they weren't even done talking about it. And soon they posted a link. I'm like, get, and yeah, they shipped them anyway. And I'm glad. And I've spent so much money there anyway, then I'm sure it wasn't like a big deal to them. But I kind of felt bad because Jenna had spent her gift card on some stuff, and it actually had to come in 2 boxes, and then this had to come in 3 boxes. So we ended up with 5 boxes and 2 orders.
They held my
Mhm.
stuff to send with that.
No, they
We
shipped
got
it.
it
It's
all at
just
the same time.
we
Well, the
did, but
post office did.
yeah, they shipped it several days earlier. It was just post office doing their thing. Here's a little charge port and the little flappy for it to protect it, I guess. I don't know. Wonder if it's got power already. It does. Can y'all hear that?
Yes,
Is it obnoxious?
a little.
It's not
Not
that
as
bad.
obnoxious as this cat.
It's certainly not as quiet as the USB one, but I'm thinking if I plug this in, this actually snaps in pretty well. The best way I found to silence pumps is to dangle them like this. And this cord seems to be pretty sturdy, so that's an option. Alrighty. Turn off. Huh. Oh no, how do you make it stop? Oh, you just have to press it twice, I guess? Or I don't know. Anyway, before we get to tied up in all this with Lady Metalhead
Mm-hmm.
going live in 25 minutes.
With Ian
Whoa.
Atkins?
Really?
I think so. He said he asked to get ready in a little bit for her stream, unless he just is like getting fancy to watch the stream.
He's excited. Okay. A little dangle never hurt anybody, and I agree, Dee Dee is not as obnoxious as losing fish. Worth the noise. Yeah, and there's so many things you can do to dampen the noise, including the dangle method. I've seen someone get so elaborate as to get a big mason jar and then cut a hole for the cord in the mason jar in the lid, and then literally like close the jar up and dangle the pump inside of a closed mason jar.
So that all the sound is inside the mason jar
Yeah.
and it's dangling.
Yeah. I mean, if I had one of those pumps like nearby while I was sleeping, I'd probably do that too. It would end up annoying me. That's just me though.
I don't know.
It's the wheel of you lose.
If there was a hurricane or a freeze or something where the electricity was out, then you couldn't run your white noise at night and you might actually be okay with that buzzing.
Could be. Definitely depends.
I use the keep the tanks in the basement method.
Yeah, that's also good. We have 2 tanks in the bedroom, and I use a traditional USB air pump on one of them and like a big Eheim pump on the other, but it's like dangling from the top of a cabinet with the door shut, so it's completely silent. And also it only starts at night. Lillian doesn't like white noise. She likes screaming YouTubers. That's her thing. She likes watching Preston plays
and
scream at the microphone playing Minecraft and crap. And yeah, that's just soothing. Sound asleep.
No, what is Preston's wife?
Brianna.
Brianna plays.
Mm-hmm.
That's who she. One day she might accidentally play Brienne's Fish Fam.
One day I might log into her account and subscribe to everybody in Fish Fam. Although everyone congratulate Gotcha Tuber Lillian. She's been working hard making her shorts for her Gotcha Tube. And very rapidly, she went from like 12 subscribers to she's got like over 100 now.
100 subscribers.
And she's doing well. All right.
Mary Beth wants to know, how does the air pump get air while locked in a jar?
I don't think it's completely sealed. I think there's air getting in through the lid where you got the or you got the thing open. She'll pass Jason soon.
Get Lillian to Keystone Clash.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Lillian, you want to go to the Keystone Clash?
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. There's somebody else in addition to Fishymon and Skipper and Jason and Scotty Aquati.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to get Genepi 2005 to more subs. I don't care how many, but it annoys her when she gets subscribers. So let me find her link here. Doo-doo-doo. Genepi, subscribe.
I'm not going to make content.
Oh, look at you. You have 44 subscribers. And you're about to have more because all y'all are going to go subscribe to her. One day she'll make content.
No, thank you, Myrtle.
She doesn't have to, Myrtle. I already posted the link, so now you can run with that. Tee hee 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 hee. All right, now here we go. All right. And feel free to drop Scott's Aquatics, Fishymon, Skipper, and Jason's in there too to help them get the 500 threshold for the Keystone Clash fish tuber thingy. All right, and now the hashtag to win that lovely pump is hashtag pump. So we'll give a few minutes, not too long because we don't want to run over.
Yeah.
Pumpity pump, 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 pump.
Oh, it's jumping up. Which dog is shaking their collar?
I don't know. The same one that just went like.
Oh, well, then it has to be Coco.
Boom! 58 subscribers. Jojo.
Lillian, you cannot enter this giveaway.
What's she gonna do with that pump? Hey, Coco. Come here, Coco. Hello. You gonna help me do the giveaway? Help me do a giveaway.
What is she gonna do?
I don't know.
How is she gonna help?
Do 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 do.
That's definitely Coco yawning. She never gets to enter, Mary Beth, because people who live in this household are ineligible.
Correct.
Oh, we have a new member, Michael A.
Hey, Michael A. You know what, Michael A? You are actually member number 50. Congratulations. Hey. You don't win anything, but welcome to membership, and thank you.
Skipper said he wants the community tab.
Oh, yeah, that
not
would be...
the discount.
The community tab is good. Well, Skipper, I think I probably misunderstood like what the 500 gets you, because I was thinking like if it's 500 subs to have access to the fish tuber booth, and then obviously whether you got 500 or not, it would be insane for you not to have access to it. And same with Jason, like, because I know that y'all are like huge allies to the Clash, and so to think that like if I signed up, they would let me in, you know, and like I live far away. So yeah, I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers about that. Like I wanted to make sure that whether or not y'all got those subs, that y'all were going to be considered integral to that event, because y'all are, obviously.
Yeah. And yeah, Lefty said we're getting them to 500 because of their content, not for the clash. And that's true. Like, don't go sub to these people and then after the clash unsub.
Yeah.
They're members of the community who deserve
And they exactly
subscriptions because of what they produce and how they help.
And that was my entire point of talking about the 500 sub threshold, is because like I don't want people like that to be left out. But at the same time, yeah, if you're gonna have randoms who just want the discount, that's not cool either. So
no, they should be paying Skipper to go, because didn't he like help them out a bunch last year?
Yeah, and helping out even more this year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have all the information about that because I can't go this year, but next year for sure I'll be all in. But for now, I'm all about the Triple Crown. As far as I'm concerned, that's where the cool kids are going.
Oh, too coolly. We have 2 dogs. One is named Jojo and one is named Coco.
Yep, that's right. And the one that was just on camera was Coco.
Yeah. Will Jojo even come get by you, or is she afraid?
Jojo, come here. Hey. She's still in the bed, so she's just like poking her head in there. All right. I got C39. Dixon Cider. Now, remember Dixon Cider. Not that I know exactly who you are, Mr. Cider, but it's one account per person. I think you know that. Because I did see a duplicate account enter, and they'll be removed. All right.
Jojo Joestar. Our Jojo doesn't go on bizarre adventures.
Well, she does if she gets an opportunity to get out of the yard every time.
Well, but Barbara Jackson was talking about the anime.
Yeah, I know. That's where that song comes from, the To Be Continued thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would be regifted. Myrtle says it has to be. It has to be Matt.
Alt
Everyone
account
accuses
has to be Matt.
I think he's only done like one alt account before, just as a joke, and now it's like one account per human. Yep, Skipper. I took care of it. Ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna type. I got 40 eligible users. Last call. If you want the new battery, lithium-ion battery / plug-in aquarium co-op air pump, it's a game changer, man. Like I've been wanting one like this.
Used it.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb and assume that that Corey is not going to release complete garbage, and even if it's got like some issues at first, they're going to work them out. So that's just like, even the auto feeder that he was selling at first had like a slightly higher than normal failure rate, and he completely pulled it. But the people who have the auto feeder and it worked for them, it's like amazing. So
we have some of those auto feeders that we have not even used.
I know.
Not even once.
Remember, Steven has to ship this out. If your address is the same as another account's address, you will be disqualified. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, you are not wrong.
Nope.
Don't worry, Myrtle. I know who's who. All right. Got it. Barbara Jackson got it in. I see. You must have already been eligible. Yeah. Okay. So just to go through the list real quick of people who were here and maybe are not interested in the pump. And then I got to spin or copy and spin. We got Shanna and Limmel and Ames and Bob Purcell and B. Wizzle and Canastillo and Chris Robertson and Kenny E. and Daryl and Debbie Russell. Ed,
Hey.
thanks for therapy. Liz, hey.
Jess just came in. Does she know what you're giving away?
Hey, Jess, we're giving away one of those new Aquarium Co-op lithium-ion pumps that has a battery life, a rechargeable battery whenever you lose power. So
hashtag pump if you want to be on the wheel.
Hashtag pump. And then I'm gonna give like 30 more seconds for real, because then I gotta do quick spin, spin. 42, 40. Okay, yeah, here we go. People enter in there.
And you will ship internationally, correct? Paul McCarthy is asking. So that's a game changer for international people because you cannot get it unless you get it here.
That's very true. Yeah, and that's why I give away those small, fairly lightweight things, just so if I do have to ship it far away, I'm not going to lose my ass by just trying to ship a little prize. Alrighty. I'm going to type stop now.
Yep.
So if you get it in late, I may see it, I may not, and I apologize.
Now, Paul asked ahead of time. I don't know if he's... Yeah, he got it in right before you said stop, so good.
Got it. Yep. See it. All right, 47 eligible.
Boring stop that you put in.
I know. I just want to expedite. Expedite time.
Okay, Doc.
Mushroom. Alrighty. Dead air while I copy names. Copying names. Copying names. Copying names because I want them on the wheel. Skipping over the duplicate accounts. People who obviously just come for the giveaway and they don't care about the streamer at all. They just want the free things and they don't have any qualms about lying. Do.
Are we gonna make that the theme song of the wheel?
Yeah. Somebody want to clip that out?
Jason likes to do stuff like that.
It's not nearly as good as Shanna's stupid animal trivia, though.
No.
Okay. Oh, Dixon. You need to work on a holiday version. It's the wheel of vultures swooping in on streams they don't listen to normally. All right.
Got all the names?
Almost. Lady Metalhead. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Lady Metalhead. I think I'm taking too long. Sorry. Lady Metalhead
goes in
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, crap. There we go. Where did I stop? Okay, main sales for defense.
Yep. Hey, Foxy. Jess, are you getting excited for next weekend?
Fun. Hopefully, they don't crack down suddenly about vaccination cards and masks and all that. I mean, I got my vaccination card, but it's gonna be kind of uncomfortable.
The governor came on Thursday and held a press conference, and everyone was like, oh my God, what is he going to do?
What did he do?
Nothing. Just gave some data.
Oh,
Gave some data.
some data.
Didn't even like cancel Mardi Gras, which will be much more of a gathering than Aquafest. So
All right. Skipper and then Benoski. And that is 47 and 47. All right.
okay. You ready to spin the wheel?
Yep. And spinny spin.
Wait, did you put Eric Wyrock on there? Is he entered? Check and make sure that he didn't enter and didn't get left off again.
Eric Wyrock entered. He was part of the 47.
Okay.
Petroman is off the wheel. Let me just check. Yeah, he's on the wheel.
Okay.
That's all right, Eric. I noticed that I left you off the wheel on Tuesday.
And felt terrible.
I felt terrible about that. And I'm sending you a little something. So to make up for my guilt. Mary Beth. Ow! Monster
Sorry,
fish
Lori.
gal. Sorry, Lefty.
Sorry, Lefty.
Sandy, sorry. Lady Metalhead. Chris George. Shane. Alicia Naz. Peplin. Ricky De Hoyos. Michaela.
What is in the middle of the wheel?
It's a guppy wearing those Thug Life shades.
Okay.
Dave Farrell. Oh.
Sorry, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. Joe Stan. Oh, Christmas tree. Ian's off the wheel. Followed by Drail. Bex. Bex and Kyle off the wheel. Oh.
Sorry, Jess.
Sorry, Jess.
Dykes Insider.
Oh, I was so looking forward to it saying it,
Oh.
man. Dykeson, what the hell?
Mystery Snail Guardian.
Hashtag Gardens. John.
John McKenzie.
Another John.
Barbara Jackson.
Barbara.
Dee Dee Spenden.
Dee Dee.
Sorry, Dee.
Brienne's Fish Fam.
Sorry, Bree.
Dennis Christensen.
Dennis. Shut up, Joe Stan. Just wait till Tuesday. Alyssa. Yes, it would, Jess. It'd be very handy. Now, the battery is like 6 hours at full and then like 15 hours at, but like for a drive home, it's perfect. Really nice. Skipper's off. Renee House. 3G. Oh, and I think that's all
That's
the
the last
ferals.
barrel.
Dun, 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 dun.
Scotts Aquatics.
Scotty Aquati.
Dee Dee, don't worry. Jason will be sitting there with you.
Darlene's Tank.
Darlene's Tanks. Okay.
But how many subs does Dee Dee have?
I don't know. Not enough. Let's just go with that.
July 4
Too cool eye for Scully. Geek BOI.
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Ben Backstrom.
Ben Backstrom.
MNC Aquatics.
MNC Aquatics.
Myrtle Sink.
Myrtle.
Kevin's Canines and Aquatics.
Kevin.
Eric Wyrock.
Eric Wyrock. See, you were on the wheel.
But you still didn't win. Sorry, Eric.
Mississippi hippie.
Fishing on 64.
That's right, Fishing Mom. You were still in like the final five. What the hell? Final four. All right. Final three. Vinoski, Pride Moore, and Debbie Holding. There we go.
Welcome, Father Fish.
Hey, Father Fish. We're just wrapping up and going over to Lady Metalhead stream once this wheel is done. Debbie Holding. All right. Is it going to be William or Vinoski?
Pride Moore's Fish and More.
Sorry, William. Congratulations, Vinoski. You have won a brand new aquarium co-op lithium-ion battery air pump.
But we have some that are boxed up.
Yeah, this
You're
is
not
just
gonna get
mine
the
that I
Been
unboxed.
touched.
That I got my grubby hands all over. All right, send me an email. Jeremy, did I even get on? And let's see. Jeremy, did you do hashtag pump? Because the Nightbot is not showing me that you did. So I just copied the names who did hashtag pump. All right. Yeah. Stephen P 2003 aquatics at gmail.com or it's.me.stephenp2003 at gmail or one of those.
Or go to fishfam.link and just click the email icon.
Yep, just do that. Get in touch with me. Give me your address. I'll get this out to you. Everyone, go over to Lady Metalheads. We went a couple of minutes over. Sorry about that. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Mods, lurkers, chatters, and the replay peoples. Thanks very much. And we will see y'all in the streams throughout the week. Jeremy did the hashtag. What? Okay, I got to go look into that after I end the broadcast because Nightbot is not showing me that he did. So very sorry about that. I'll look into that. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.